Hi, everyone. It's Sunday, and I just thought that I would do a little update for you guys and walk you through this week's activities in case you wanted to get an early start. So, this is for the week of look at my calendar here, May the 4th through May the 8th. And so, if I go to my courses and open up Forensics 2, I'll just be able to take you through what we're doing this week. I also wanted to remind you, and I know I've said this before, so don't think of me as a broken record, but I just want to remind you that if you are missing work from past weeks, you are still able to get in there and get that work done. It might be wise for you to let me know that you went back and did a past assignment, because sometimes it gets buried in my grade book, or I have to change the original grade I gave you to get the new grade to come through. So don't worry about doing that, obviously, if you're working on current work. But if you're working on past work, again, it might be nice if you would notify me. I also wanted to let you know that tomorrow, which will be Monday, I'm going to go in and put missing in the grade book for any assignments that are not completed from this past week. Officially, that was due on Friday, but I know that some of you guys are working through the weekend to get things done. Now, again, that does not mean that you can't do them. Please, please ignore, to a certain respect, the missing symbols, but I wanted you to see what not having those assignments in does to your grade. So let me repeat everything again real quick. If you're missing work from the past, go back in and do it. Just let me know, if you could, through a message or an email, what you completed, so that I know to look for it. And again, I'm going to put missing in for anything that was not done as of tomorrow morning, Monday morning, on last week's assignments. But that, again, does not mean that you can't do them. It's just to kind of let you see what missing assignments will do to your grade. So let's walk through what we're doing. So this week, your folder is kind of a gold yellow. I haven't published it yet, but I will as soon as I get through making this little video. But you're going to open it up, and we've got instructions for you to read, and please read those first. Those will answer a lot of questions, maybe that will keep you from going down the wrong path as you are trying to complete those particular activities. So we have 3 activities for you. Go back to the main folder again. So when you open up activity folder 1, again, read the directions, and we actually have it set up so you do have to read the directions first before you can open up any of the documents that are in that folder. So if you're trying to click on things and they're not opening up for you, it's because we basically have locked them down until you read the directions. So you're going to open that up, read the directions, go back into the folder, and notice we've got a video presentation that Mrs. Talk Talk did. She and I were kind of at a loss as to what to say about some of the topics on these last 4 slides. And so she said, let me huddle around and see if I can find somebody that can help us out. So she actually went on Facebook, I think, and got responses from 2 of her former students. One's name is Faith, and one's name is Ryan. And they're going to give you their perspective on drugs. Some of the drugs they're discussing are legal. Some of the drugs they are discussing are illegal. And so you're going to get several different perspectives on drugs and their availability and their effects. And Ryan is basically a recovering addict. He's been clean, I do believe he said, for 5 years, but he's going to share his experience with some addictive drugs. So I think you will really, really like that video presentation. And then after you do watch the video, then we put together a little check for understanding. And don't forget, when you get to this page, if you see this symbol, it looks like you can't open it up, but if you just click on the title or click on this pop-out box, it should come right up. We're asking you to make a copy. And then there basically is a data table to fill out. And I did the first one for you to get you started, but basically you're going to go through the PowerPoint slides. I have listed a variety of different drugs. And so, for instance, opiates, you're going to pick out your example and place it there. You're going to classify it as a depressant, a stimulant, a hallucinogen, a narcotic, or an anabolic steroid. So that will go there. And then you're going to go somewhere. I prefer to go to Google Images, but you're going to look for some type of an image that would represent or that is an opiate. And then you're going to copy and paste or copy it basically and then paste it in this area here. And then we just need a brief description or some type of a fact about the opiate of your choice. So you'll just go through and fill in the table. No, it seems kind of redundant, like a stimulant is a stimulant, a hallucinogen is a hallucinogen, but we just thought that the repetition of it would be good for your memory. So that is the Google Doc that goes with Mrs. Talk Talk and her guest speakers PowerPoint presentation. When you get done with that Google Doc, then you're going to just submit it on this page. And you guys are getting really good at that. So I don't think I need to open that up and show you. So the activity of these, or the order, I should say, of these activities doesn't really matter. Preferably do them in the order in which they're listed, but you can kind of jump around if you feel like you would like to do that. But again, you are going to have to watch the video before you do the data table. All of that is within activity folder number 1. So when we go to activity folder number 2, there is a reading that we want you to do. And when you get into it, you're going to freak out because you're going to be like, what? How many pages are there? There are a lot of pages in this textbook reading. It's from a book that Mrs. Talk Talk has. But what we did, so we want you to kind of skim through there. But before you really get rolling on that, I want to show you what I did with the Google Doc assignment that goes with that. So when you open up the Google Doc, and again, click on the title or the pop out and make a copy. That's to prevent you from writing on my original. But what we did, and I put it in pink. I thought your eyes would be able to see that better, and it might add some color to your life. But anyway, you're going to read these pages, and there seem like there are a lot of them, pages 148 through 194. But what I did was I drew your attention to the chapter summary, which is at the end, so you can find a lot of answers to these questions there. Now, don't go immediately to the end and think you're going to find everything there. That'll just help with some of these. But I put where the answers are found on what specific page. So we don't expect you to read 148 to 194. We want you to kind of skim, and then having the question or the answers on the page numbers for the questions should help you quite a bit. So really, it's not that much that you have to do, but I just wanted you to see that. And so again, I wouldn't wait to the last minute on that particular activity, but we are definitely staying within the time parameters and trying not to overload you. And again, that's the reason for the help with where the answers are on specific pages. And then back to the folder. And then the last activity is activity number 3, which, by the way, is extra credit. And so you don't have to do it, but I think you might want to do it. There's a really cool Ed puzzle. It only has 5 questions. That's it. They're really spaced far apart, so it's easy to do. I found a TED Talk where a lady is talking to you about early forensics and the beginning of toxicology. And I don't know, I just found it fascinating. They show really cool pictures of bodies. They talk about how poisons were the choice of murder weapon because it really wasn't controlled. And then at the end, you're kind of trying to solve a crime. So while this is extra credit, I think it is something that you would like. So I appreciate if you would check it out. So again, you basically have 2 graded activities this week and then 1 extra credit opportunity. Watch the video of Mrs. Talk Talk and her guest speakers and complete the little table about drugs. And the next activity is to go to the reading. And again, don't panic because the page numbers are given where you will find the answers to those questions. But we want you to read and answer the questions on the Google Doc and then submit it. And then the last activity is an Ed puzzle for extra credit on kind of the beginnings of forensics toxicology. So if you need any help from me, feel free to message me through Schoology or email me. And thank you to everyone who's hanging in there and doing a good job with all this work. And again, for some of you that have kind of slipped off the tracks a little bit, You can always go and get back on the tracks and start completing activities for no grade penalty. Again, if you're doing things though from a long time ago, several weeks ago, just be sure to let me know so that I can go in and make the grade book adjustments. So I will talk with you later, and I'll be doing a video update later in this week just to do a quick little check in. So good luck with everything. And again, let me know if I can help you.